Hello? Hi. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
How did we start the last time? I don't even remember. The last time, because this is now the third time we're filming this.
Third time we're filming this.
Yeah.
And still going strong. We still got it, eh? Anyway, okay.
413. Wait. What?
Sure.
Why don't you do the intro this time?
Okay. I don't know how to start.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. How do we start talking about sex?
You just start talking about it. Like,
How does one start talking about sex?
I guess like this.
Because the topic for today is sex and like growing up and abstinence and
Masturbation, Meg Cabot, school.
yeah, it's pretty much our lives at like 13.
Because it was all about sex, honestly. Like, in some way or the other. Not that we were engaging in it in any way.
No,
Because that's messed up.
that's not okay. And
Yeah.
on this channel, we are against that. And you can quote us on that.
Yeah, honestly, like, I just don't think that it's just necessary until, like, I don't know, 16? 15?
For legal reasons, we're gonna say wait until you're 18, kids.
Oh god, yeah. Actually, no, I can say 16. 16 is the age of consent in a couple of places. So, yeah, I feel like if at an extreme push.
Yeah, but I feel like just wait. I waited.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
not because
wait.
not because I was like, oh, I have to wait. Because like we didn't grow up like that. We weren't like.
Yeah, nobody was like,
You can't have sex. You have to abstain. Abstinence is the
No.
way.
but just like through your own understanding of things. And
And
like,
we were absolute dogs growing up. Like we were just like, I want to get it on.
yeah,
all
it's
the
not
time.
for lack of want.
No.
But in retrospect. So this is not
Yeah.
like an evangelical channel being like, keep it in your pants, boys
Hi,
and
what are they
girls.
called? Hi, welcome to Girls something.
I can't even remember. But check out Koriko's
Cody
video
Ko
on
and
that.
Noel. They had this
Hysterical.
like girl.
Girls talk. No, anyway, that's irrelevant. But basically, yeah. And
Couple of Mr. Struggles here, as you can see. Really struggling with this.
yeah, it's like, you know, like nobody was like, don't masturbate, you'll grow hair on your hands. They were like,
What?
You haven't heard of this?
No.
So I think it's like a Catholic thing. I may be completely wrong, but I have heard that a lot of people growing up were told if you masturbate, as in use this to touch yourself down there, your
Yes,
palms are gonna
masturbation.
get hairy, and then everybody will know that you touch yourself.
And that's where bears come from. Spread the word.
That's why.
Yeah, so today we're talking about sex. And growing up in our school, we went to
We went to school called Trida, shout out, great school while we were there. And it was, yeah, they had a really fun approach to like teaching us about sex. And,
really
like,
fun. It was chaotic as hell.
Okay, yeah. it
Oh
was
my
pretty
god.
chaotic. But no, I mean, like, just
But we loved it.
imagine being 13 and being told, ask anything you want about sex and you will get an answer. That's fun.
Anonymously, because there were like
Oh,
boxes
yeah.
in class, and we studied it. Like there were these things called blocks, and like for a month every morning you would study something. So we had like the life cycle block and the reproduction block and stuff. And you studied like just animals first. or
In the
something,
6th
right?
grade, yeah, our teacher, I think she was a bit uncomfortable about teaching us about like the human sexuality stuff. So she stuck to like plants and animals and frogs and amphibians and all
cute.
that. It was fun. And then in the 7th grade, so I did it the year after her. Yeah, it was like, let's talk about sex,
Full on?
baby.
Hmm. But not let's talk about you and me, because that's illegal.
Oh my god, yeah, the teacher? Jesus, that was a good one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she taught you.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Lovely.
She was the one who was like, okay, who asked the question about flavored
She
condoms?
asked you?
I mean, no, but everybody knew. And also, a lot of the times, the people who'd ask would just volunteer the information. So the guy who asked about the flavored condom was like, I did. Now, my question is, does watermelon affect you differently than banana?
What did she say?
She was like, no. It's just for fun. I don't think it's fun though, because I've heard they do not taste nice.
Yeah. I don't think the chocolate one tastes nice at all.
The fruits are better.
I wouldn't know.
Anyway.
I revealed too much.
You really have.
I did everything all at once. Like, it was full on. Like, I turned 12 and we were like, we're gonna study sex. We did animals, and then right after that it was just like, all of you are gonna go through puberty right now. All the girls are gonna grow boobs and all the boys are gonna start. I was gonna be like, oozing.
Yeah, it's not
Unnecessarily.
It's just not fun.
It's just
in
not
yeah.
fun.
Still isn't fun when you like have to like talk about it. It's not
Yeah.
cute. It's not cute. But I have to say, like, that was a super unique experience, especially in India where we've grown up. And like, we grew up in India, but then in Bombay, which is already a place that's not necessarily indicative of the rest of the country, and in a school that's not really indicative of the rest of the schools in this city, and then in the country, you know, and like beyond like that. So sex education, I don't think is like super.
No, it's not. It's not fantastic.
No, I don't even think it's like it exists. Like
No.
it's like a basic kind of like people can get pregnant.
But like, I mean, this country doesn't even have basic education. So sex education is like,
Yeah, and we're talking about like government, state
Yeah.
boards and stuff. It's very much like entrenched in the whole like here's a textbook, learn everything.
and it's very like it's so like men, women. There's no like tackling of like other stuff like trans representation, non-binary representation, just like stuff to help you through that period. You know, if you're feeling like uncomfortable in your own skin for reasons that aren't the norm, you know, there's nothing. Not even into the like that wasn't.
Yeah,
even,
it was yeah. But to be fair, in Trida, it wasn't like I don't ever feel like it was dismissed. It was just kind of like, would you feel like it was fairly neutral across the board? Like I didn't ever feel like they were like here girls are gonna do something and here boys are gonna do something.
No, but I did feel like it was like that in some instances, not because of the like the course itself. What do you call it? Like the syllabus itself,
syllabus,
or anything, but because of the teachers. The teachers are
Just
from here.
inherently being
Yeah,
like,
and they were brought up here, and they were taught something, and then they taught us that, and that was it. But yeah, we had this like box in class, and like people could just come up and ask questions. And I remember the first day it was so chaotic. Like my teacher, bless her, she's known us since we were like, I don't know what, 8, 6,
Yeah,
something
you
like
came
that.
to school when you
Yeah.
were like 8, said everybody else. Yeah.
And she just known us like our whole lives almost. Like some of them she'd known since they were babies, and she had to watch those kids run up like to her in class and be like,
What's a one night stand? You have sex with your husband. How long do you and your husband have sex?
what else do you do? And she had to be like, okay, Monday morning I can do this, and she'd have to like answer questions like that, which was awful for her, I
In
think.
retrospect, teachers are straight up kings. Like the fact that they would show up every day at 8 a.m. and be like, I'm about to deal with all these clackheads.
I was gonna be like, for free. They got paid.
I mean, pretty much.
But like a
when we talk
pittance.
about teacher salaries.
Teachers are not paid
fairly
enough.
free. They should be paid more. Paid.
They should be
Paid
paid more.
Anyway.
You can quote us on that.
While all of this was happening, I think a little bit earlier for both of us maybe, but like simultaneously, we were reading an author named Meg Cabot.
And
let me tell you,
We
yeah,
really were.
She accompanied us through our adolescence.
accompanied, guided
guided,
us. Yeah.
encouraged.
Honestly, was straight up preaching at one point.
I think that whole thing in the beginning where I was like, yeah, have sex at 16. It's because of Meg
It's
Cabot.
because of Meg
Because she
Cabot.
was like, it's totally fine to have sex at 16.
Yeah.
Listen, by the way, like, I'm not advocating for anything. Just talk to your parents. This is not an authoritarian space to, like, be consulting anything.
Yeah, this is not.
No.
As you can clearly see.
Yeah. I mean, we're still figuring it out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was gonna be like, no, we're okay. No.
No, it's
22
really-
and idiots.
Yeah.
Just the biggest
22
idiots.
though. Fun age. I've been 22 for a month.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, is it?
It's been a fun month.
Yeah, it's been a fun month.
It's been a fun month.
I've been 22
Don't do
for
it.
so long.
Don't
now.
do
I
it.
am so much older than her. It's crazy. She has so much to learn from me.
So why don't you tell me about your experience with Meg Cabot then?
Okay.
Your extra year of time with her.
Not year. I'm not
9
that old.
months.
Yeah, it's true.
Actually, almost exactly 9 months.
9 months, 2 days. Weird moment.
It's okay.
Meg Cabot, yeah, I mean, I think we all just started reading the Princess Diaries and like Jinx and like Tommy Sullivan is a Freak and just stuff like
Yeah.
that. But the one that I feel like is very relevant to today's topic is All American Girl.
And also the second one, which was All American Girl something.
Ready or Not?
Ready or Not.
Meg.
Man with the memory.
Big fan.
Yeah, so like the first one, I wouldn't say it was like super hypersexual. It was fairly like, it was like the rest of her books, which was like, oh my god, I have a crush and I saved the president and now I'm in love with the president's son. That's not super
David.
regular, but David, yeah, and he was gorgeous and everybody was in love with him and they
What's
had
your
like,
second favorite David, huh?
That's for another time.
She's not talking about David Beckham.
I'm talking about David from Lilo and Stitch. Just to clarify, I love him. I
Okay,
can't
moving
even
on.
be like, if you're out there, you're an animated character.
It's okay,
Anyway.
it's fine, you're gonna be okay.
So yeah, the second book in that series, well, the duo, it was about like, you know, being older, being 16, 17, and kind of being like, do I have to have sex with my boyfriend now? Is that like what I have to do? Is that
that
what
the
he
norm?
wants?
Yeah, it
And,
was always just like, is that what he wants? Is that what he's thinking
Yeah.
about? It would just be like this
there
whole
was,
monologue.
to be fair, I remember bits in there where she was like, is that what I want? Do I want that? I kind of want that, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Which was really cool
Yeah.
because like
You didn't have a lot of literature, as far as I remember, which dealt with sex at all.
and like popular literature.
Yeah,
Obviously there's
exactly.
literature, but yeah.
Yeah, popular literature that we were
For
consuming
like
like,
teens
for
and
fun,
preteens, yeah.
which dealt with sex one, or ever made it about like, hey, maybe she wants to have sex,
Yeah.
not just him.
Like the Princess Diaries, like Mia had that like entire book that
Oh
she
my
wrote. What
God,
was
yeah.
it called? Like that was smart. Like she
Flames
was
in your loins, set my heart afire.
Yeah, Heart on
Heart on fire?
Heart on Fire?
No, Pants on Fire. We're thinking of. We're just combining it.
Isn't it Heart
It
on
was it was the one about the princess. We'll link it down below.
Yeah, but she wrote that and it was like it was straight up smart. It was
Yeah.
erotica.
And it was about a woman wanting to have sex.
which is so cool.
Because it
And-
was like, you know, you're there at 13 being like, I kind of want to have sex, but nobody's saying that that's like a
Yeah.
thing.
and I mean our parents, like
Yeah, of course. Our
Super
parents
chill.
And like within our friend circle being like, yeah,
Very
it's totally
open.
normal. But like in media and literature,
it's gonna be like we're very open. We were really chill from the get-go. We all had some wild opinions in the beginning, do you remember?
yeah, I thought weren't feminists, so that's fun.
She shamed me.
I did. I was like, you think that's not okay.
I was like,
you cannot do that.
I was like, if I really like them, then maybe I'll,
I was like,
and she
no,
was like,
no, you're a bad feminist. If you ever want to please your boyfriend, you're a bad feminist. He can only please you. So I kind of went the other extreme.
which is like if you had to go one extreme.
I guess, yeah, like subjugate yourself wouldn't have
like,
been fun.
balance the scales.
Yeah, this can
maybe.
be funny. This is funny now in retrospect.
Yeah.
That kind of maybe wouldn't have been funny in retrospect. It would have been like,
No.
did you go to therapy? Are you okay?
Yeah,
I
But no.
haven't. I
But it-
am.
but it's
Yeah.
funny now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's funny,
Yeah.
and it's not like I was like, okay, Delia, I'll listen to your advice. I was like, go to hell, and I just did what I wanted anyway.
Exactly. And also you had the support of everyone else who was like, the lie is crazy.
No, it was just Rabia. We know who Rabia is. Rabia was like, Gaia, do what you want.
Yeah, yeah. And she was like, lie, you're stupid. And I was like, what's new?
Good moment for me.
Yeah.
Miss you, Rabia.
She's alive.
We think of her every day.
But yeah, basically in Ready or Not, Meg Cabot kind of talked about like, you know, masturbation, which is fun because the older sister of the lead character was like, hear me out, okay? There's this really cool thing you can do where you can practice for sex. Okay? She didn't call it masturbation. She was like, you can practice for sex. And
Oh.
you know how you can practice for sex? You can practice for sex with a
Shower, like the shower
shower
in your
head,
bathroom.
adjustable settings. And that was like, wait, you can do what?
Blew our minds pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
because everybody had a shower head. And everybody was reading Ready or Not.
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. And
My God. We
it
were a
opened
little
up
cult. We were a tiny little cult.
Yeah. Yeah, we really were. Because like whoever hadn't done it, we'd be like, you haven't done it, you have to do
Take
it.
this book.
And then like 2 days later, it'd be like, I didn't. Be like, right? They'd be like, I know, I mean, you know.
I took ages. I think
Yeah,
I
you
like turned
did.
15 or something.
Yeah.
It's not because I didn't want to. I think I was just like, I'm gonna mess it up somehow. I just know it.
It's true. She tripped over like a bathroom step today and almost like knocked herself out. And
Every
that's
day
now.
I live on the edge. Yeah. You know, like when you're growing up and you read like Twilight or something. It's like, oh, Bella Swan is so klutzy. Like she is so clumsy. That's so like.
I mean, she did put herself in the emergency room, but to be fair, was it ever about her being klutzy? It was mostly like she's getting hit by a car. Vampires are trying to eat
No,
her.
she kept like slipping and right? And Edward would be like, pull
Really?
yourself together.
I mean, like, everybody slips though. Like, her major things where everyone was like, Bella, how could you do this? Was mostly because, like, you know, she sliced her entire arm open because Edward threw her across the room. She almost got hit by a car. You know?
Bella's
It's
a victim.
yeah! She's not a klutz. She's like a fairly average human.
But that was like her whole thing. Like that was her shtick, right? And
like,
everyone
all
was
those
like,
girls who
yeah.
were like, I'm just a klutz.
yeah, and that was like a thing. And I'd just be like, this is not okay. You are appropriating
Did
my
you not
culture.
feel represented?
I felt a little too represented. And then it was like romanticizing it. I was hurting myself. I tried to pop a squat in dance class and I popped my patella out. And I am still facing the
To
repercussions.
date, she walks sometimes and it'll just be like,
I can pop it out
Oh,
and then
God.
back in if I want to. It's actually a really funny story, but I'll get into it later. I actually let it come back into place.
do you
I
think
never
that
had to
could,
crack
like, you
it
could
back.
involve that in, like, role play or, like, something sexual? Like, if somebody's, like, into popping patellas? Comment down below. Are you into, like, people
It's
popping
my only.
body parts?
No, I mean it's kind of painful. So,
Yeah, so, I mean, some people are into that.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can pop my thumb.
yeah, she's double jointed.
I don't know if it's double jointed. I think I have, like, a missing ligament because it hurts sometimes when it's too cold.
No, but you are double jointed like everywhere else.
It's true. I can't show you right now. Another episode.
She would like grudge crawl towards us with her hair in her face.
Yeah, I can still do that.
Fun childhood memories.
Yeah.
But oh my god, we still haven't talked about like what we thought when we were younger. Like, do you remember how I thought people got pregnant?
Oh yeah, please share how you thought people got pregnant. I didn't ever really have any kind of like
Thoughts?
theories. No. Theories, because my mom gave me like a book called Mama Laid an Egg when I was fairly young, and it was pretty like, yeah, this is how it works and it's a fun way. So like I was kind of like average in terms of like funny stories, but Guy has a great story.
Because I'm an idiot. I like distinctly have this memory of being in an auto and like coming back home and like just thinking. I think I was on my way back from tuition or something. So I was like
Older.
I mean, I wasn't 12 because that's when I figured out everything. So I had to be like 11, 10. Pretty old.
Close to 12.
No excuse. I
Let's
mean,
be honest.
definitely an excuse. It's fine. But like, my friends definitely knew, and I was just like, I don't know how people get pregnant. And then I was just like, oh, I know what. The mom is just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna manifest this baby, and then she manifests a baby, and then she gets friggin' pregnant, and then she kind of just brings it up on her partner. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I think manifestation,
Valid.
super valid.
Completely valid.
Manifesting babies.
In a sense.
You know, I would put that forward. Like, if the universe, God was just like, any
Nah.
ideas? I'd be like, manifesting babies, and be like, considered. And
Yeah, you know, but just the fact that you were like no involvement from the father figure
I was like,
whatsoever,
there
just
is
the
no
mother.
need.
Whoever has the womb, she's like, I got the baby, that's it, locked down.
In that scenario, it's just like, she's just being like, I don't know how this happened. We were so careful.
So manipulative. What?
She making it up. She's a puppet master. You know?
Fun vibes though. Fun vibes.
11.
And
Just
then
being
like
like, makes sense.
a year later being like, it happens. How now?
To come into class and be like, I remember explaining it to one of my classmates and stuff. I was trying to be all high and mighty because there were like boys.
Wait,
in
you were
my-
explaining the manifestation thing?
No, God, no. I was explaining pregnancy
Okay.
to one of my classmates. So we were in this school van, like a carpool going back home. And she was just like, but how do people have sex? Like, what is sex? Like, how do people get pregnant? And I was pretending like I knew. And we just started the block. And the boys in the van were like, Guy, you tell her. Because, like, they knew, but they were just like, just tell her. And I was like, well, they get into bed. And she was like, oh, I get it. They nangu pangu roll around on the bed. And I was like, and I was looking at the boys in my class being like, is she right? I don't know. Is she right?
I mean, to be fair, that's like the best description of it I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, she just made it really personal. She started talking about her own parents.
Oh
I was
god,
like-
no. Okay, we're moving on from that.
I honestly think we've done it. This is it.
And on that note, I hope everybody safely Nangu Pangu rolls around with their partners or partners. More than one partner. Everything's cool.
Oh.
See you next week.